But first and foremost, I truly want to thank the residents and the staff who lived through the many months of rehab. Out of 80 affordable units here, 58 senior households made their home here before the renovation. And so in order to do the work, we had to temporarily relocate these seniors out of these buildings into other buildings and back again. And on top of that disruption, we had to bring them back into buildings that, to put it generously, weren't really quite done yet. So the seniors living here at Turk Eddy showed incredible stoicism and patience in the face of armies of painters and contractors who were hammering and spraying, painting, testing the fire alarms, finishing the common spaces, just as the residents themselves were trying to settle back into their homes. So my deepest appreciation goes to the Turk Eddy residents for allowing TMC to come into your homes and invest in long-term improvements. I'm confident that you'll agree that it was all worth it. For me personally, working on a rehab like this was like coming full circle, because my very first job in affordable housing back in the mid-90s was at the Altamont Hotel, a rundown SRO in the Mission District, where I was on-site staff working with tenants and went through an 18-month occupied rehab of that building. So I know firsthand how stressful it can be to put up with the noise and dust and power outages and elevator outages. It's hard, it's really hard. But at the same time, there are a few things that are more satisfying than coming out the other end to this beautiful building that's been rehabbed, that has really renewed its purpose and will house so many people for many years to come. I also want to give a heartfelt thanks to our wonderful project team, especially so because I took over as project manager when construction was already about 3/4 complete, and it was truly a blessing to join a team that already worked so smoothly together. So thank you to Fine Line Construction, to Dory Friedman, Scott Allen, Lee Trepty, Mandy Grossi, and all the workers and staff at Fine Line. To Paulette Taggart Architects, you and your very capable and creative staff, especially Ken Poole and Kimberly Draper, did a fantastic job with the space that you see around you today. To Gilbert Chan, who held my hand as our owner's rep. To Linda Nakuchi and John Morris, our relocation consultants at Overland Pacific and Cutler, who had a really hard job to do and did it very well. And much appreciation also goes to our financial consultants at California Housing Partnership Corporation, Richard Lindell and Kate Hartley. Thank you very much to Emily Lynn, who supported me as the Senior Project Manager for Turk Eddy, to Diet Doe, who as our Director of Housing Development guides all of our work in housing development at TMC, and to Adi Nagraj, who is the predecessor as Project Manager for Turk Eddy. He can't be here today, but he's left it in good shape for me. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize our funders. Without your financial contribution and your steadfast support, we wouldn't have revitalized 249 Eddy and 165 Turk. Thank you so much to the San Francisco Redevelopment Agency, our wonderful partners, especially Olson Lee, Sally Orth, Michelle Davis, and Bill O'Brien, all of whom are here today. To City Community Capital, Rick Merle, our construction lender, and City is also our permanent lender. As of just yesterday, we converted our construction loan to perm. Thank you to the California Tax Credit Allocation Committee, TCAC, who rescued the project with ARA funds when we couldn't find an investor for the project. And our thanks also go to the Federal Home Loan Bank of San Francisco, through its Affordable Housing Program, AHP, and Silicon Valley Bank, which is the AHP bank sponsor. And finally, California Housing Finance Agency, also a key financial partner. I see many more of you here today who contributed to this project in all kinds of ways, and I want to thank each one of you too, even though I can't call out everyone individually. I don't need to tell you that these are very challenging times for affordable housing, and particularly for redevelopment and for redevelopment-sponsored projects. So it's more important than ever that we come together like this to celebrate our collective accomplishments. Days like today are really what it's all about, and I appreciate so much that you've all taken the time to be here. I want to let you know, if you haven't seen it already, we do have an apartment open towards the back of this building. It's Unit 103. Follow the signs. And I want to invite you as well to go around the corner and visit 165 Turk, the sister building that's part of this project. It's very close to here. You just go left out this door, left at the corner, and then left again onto Turk Street. Left, left, and left. There are balloons on the building that help you recognize it, and there are also refreshments there in the lobby and a beautiful back garden, which is something that we don't have here at Eddy Street, so it's very special and tender. But first, we'll have the official ribbon cutting out on the sidewalk and invite all the funders to join us out there for that. Everyone, please enjoy the refreshments, and thank you so much for coming.